So diving right in, can you talk a little bit about how AI is kind of changing RAN as we move into 6G and what you think the noticeable differences will be for operators?
I think the biggest thing AI brings is, as you know, it's really the ability to deal with uncertainty and complexity, right? As you know, wireless propagation is highly uncertain, depends on the site. So for operators, using AI means better performance, lower cost, and also from an operation standpoint, more automation, which again, helps them, streamline their operations.
So sticking in that operator perspective, what do you consider to be the biggest challenges coming their way when it comes to AI RAN and all those pieces coming together?
The biggest challenge is trust, right? They've been using and deploying networks a certain way for the longest time. Now trusting machines to be able to do those decisions for them is going to be a challenge. So the industry needs to show operators that they can trust AI, it's reliable, and there's potentially always a means to fall back to traditional ways if it doesn't work out.
So I mean, you bring up trust, and that makes me think a lot about 6G standards still early and underway. Can you talk a bit about why you think collaboration is so important from an industry standpoint, not just moving into 6G, but it's kind of, innately tied to AI and this massive adoption?
Yeah, no, 6G is already standardizations underway in 3GPP. Study items are already being discussed, what is new. And obviously AI RAN, both inside the RAN and outside, kind of for operating the RAN is all being discussed already today. A big aspect of this ecosystem coming together is again to show operators that there is a standardized way of doing things still, even in the, let's call it, highly complex space of leveraging AI. And there's a subtle balance really between how much do we standardize versus how much do we let AI really, in a way help streamline things like, for the RAN itself or for the network or for operation.
So to close this out, can you just talk a bit about what you're kind of showcasing here and what, VIAVI's mission is right now, given all we've talked about?
Yeah, so VIAVI, we're actually one of the leaders in the AI RAN Alliance today at Premier Industry Group looking at AI in the RAN. We're leading the Data for AI initiative, which is all about creating good quality data, because as you know, data is the fuel for AI, and having quality data, clean data is extremely important, and that's kind of one of the key research areas for us is, how do we ensure this data for AI can be trustworthy?
Well, Ian, thanks so much for being here.
Absolutely.